Okay, yeah. So today we'll be looking at classification three and four. So just like I did the other time, um, where I discussed classification one and two together. So I'm also discussing classification three and four together this time. And this is like the combination of the fifth and sixth videos. So let's shoot on that. So basically, we are going to be discussing higher plants. So we've talked about um Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Fungi, Kingdom Plantae. We've started. Then the divisions rather under Kingdom Plantae. Then we mentioned the Talophyta, which are the algae, the Bryophyta, which are the mosses and liverworts, the Pteridophyta, which are the ferns. So today we are now moving to the Spermatophyta. That's the idea. So moving on. So for Spermatophyta now, basically, I told you guys a division or a phylum because plants. So this division comprises all seed-bearing plants. In as much as you have seed, you can be here from the word sperm. Sure you get so spermatophyta, and then you don't forget the pteridophyta guys. You don't have it. So now as much as you have seed, you are bearing seed. You can be here. So they are familiar green plants which produce seeds through what flowers or cones. So you know them. There are flowers we know. That's why they say. I said they are what they are familiar plants. Okay, and they are green plants of course. So the general characteristics now. The plant they have what the root, stem, and leaf, and the seed bearing structure. So they produce seed. Okay, they have chlorophyll, hence photosynthetic. They are green plants, of course. Then they have vascular tissue. I think I mentioned vascular tissue when I discussed um pteridophyta. I said they have vascular tissue, hence we can put them under trachyphyta, and you can see what they use now. They also use tracheids, tracheids, trachyphyta. So they use their xylem, even the phlegm. They shall have vascular tissue and they can be under the umbrella named Trachyphyta. Okay, moving on. So the subdivisions now, the spermatophyta is now divided into two. We have the gymnospermatophyta and the what angiospermatophyta. So it is just based on the seed they actually produce. Where is it? Is it naked or non-naked? Okay, for gymnospermatophyta now, so they bear cones of two types, male and female. That means this guy's seed is bare on cone. Their seed is naked, unlike the angiospermatophita. The seed of these guys are what naked. After fertilization, seeds are not enclosed in a fruit wall. Naked seed. Okay, they show some xerophytic characteristics such as road leaf. What are xerophytic characteristics? Xerophytes are plants that live in what a place of, let me just say, like desert where there is little or no water. Shey you get so like road leaves, needle-shaped leaves, sunken tomato and thick waxy leaves. All these characteristics are just characteristics for them to conserve the water they have. Shey you get. So xylem consists mainly tracheids while phloem does not have companion cells. Okay, you get that better when we get to plant supporting tissues. Okay, coming on to gymnospermatophyta now. Don't forget there are classes under okay, I mean the looking at don't forget gymnospermatophyta is a subdivision under the division spermatophyta. Then it now has what some classes. So those classes are now the coniferous, the cycades, and then the ginkgoes have been now. So speaking of these classes one after one by one now. So the for the conifers basically, so you get coniferous. So they include all common gymnosperms naturally found in areas with little water, xerophytes. I told you that. Then they have needle-like with shaped leaves with a thick waxy cuticle. Mature naked seeds occur at the base of female cones some months after pollination. Okay, that's just basically about them. Then looking at cycad now, the cycads. So that's the cycad there. So the cycads resemble palms superficially. Okay, looking at their top where the leaf is, they look like what palm tree palms. Okay, they have a long compound leaves which are clustered at the apex of the tip, usually short and unbranched stem. They have cones which are borne at the apex of the trunk or among the leaves. That's just that. Then for the last guy here, the game goes. Members of this class are very rare. They have deciduous and fan-like leaves. Example is ginkgo biloba species in China. So though the two guys you need to just know is what the conifers and the cycads. So then this guy questions are not being asked on it. Moving on to the angiospermatophyta now. Don't forget after gymnospermatophyta we have angiospermatophyta. So angiospermatophyta is the most advanced let me just say division or subdivision of plants. Shey you get. So they are found almost everywhere. They include grasses, herbs, shrubs, and everything. So they are flower bearing and are usually bisexual. Seeds are enclosed in an ovary which develop into a fruit. That means their own seed is not naked. Xylem has tracheids and versus while phloem has companion cells. Phloem does not have companion cells in what? Gymnospermatophyta. They exhibit double fertilization. So for the classes under angiospermatophyta, we have dicotyledonous and monocotyledonous. You know that. So for dicotyledonous, basically they are plants whose embryo has two cotyledons. Their leaves are broad and have network of veins. Let's note something here. Cross section of stem reveals vascular bundle arranged in rings. Okay, note this thing like their cross section when you cut them, you will notice that their vascular body is arranged in rings for the stems. They have a taproot system, centrally placed star-shaped xylem with phloem alternating with arms of the xylem. The xylem is kind of at the center, while phloem are kind of alternating it. They are alternating it in arrangement. Their flowers have floral parts in five or four. Then examples are herbs, shrubs, and trees. So basically, all you need to just get here is that all those all those plants that are not grass-like, they are dicot in the sense that your herbs, your cowpea seed, that's beans, all those shrubs, your herbs, shrubs, and trees. That's the idea. So those guys are what? They are dicot. They are dicotyledonous. So they belong to the class Dicotyledonae. So the herbs include plants with all stems such as beans. Okay, I've explained all this. While shrubs include plants with fairly thick stem and such as coffee, tea, and cocoa. Okay, so the class monocotyledonate now. The axis have an embryo with one cotyledon. That's what they get their name. Relatively narrow leaves with parallel veins. Those are grasses. That's just the idea. Grasses. So the cross section of stem reveals scattered vascular veins. For the dicot, it is what? It is kind of arranged, Abina. They are arranged in rings, yeah. So no vascular cambium, hence no secondary growth. There's nothing like secondary thickening in them. That's why they will not have back at their like there's nothing like back in their own plant. Okay, now in their own part. So they bear floral plants in threes, while for dicotyledonous they bear it in what? In four and five. Okay. Example include maize, grass, wheat, sorghum, sugarcane, anything grass like they are under monocots. So coming to lower invertebrates, which is the second lecture. So we have organism like they are basically under kingdom animalia. So it's just like kingdom animalia, but this kingdom animalia, as we know, it will include what? And multicellular animals. I mean, so if it includes multicellular animals, then the phylum that we have under it that was Porifera, Cnidarian, Ctenophora, PLATYHELMINTHES, ANNELIDA, ARTHROPODA, MOLLUSCA, ECHINODERMATA, MONOCOTYLEDONAE, and CHORDATA. So that's it. So but chordata is kind of part of the what? Higher invertebrates. Like although they are the kind of lower guys in chordata, but they are more in what? Higher invertebrates. So we are going to discuss them there. Okay. So let's look at what we have like okay, the lower invertebrates. Let's look at the characters as an example. Another thing is you have to know them accordingly like this too. So you can use a mnemonic PCP Nama Ek. So you get I didn't add nematoda. Let me quickly do that. So so we have PORIFERA, NIDARIANS. Xenophora is basically not very level, they're not going to ask question. PLATYHELMINTHES, they will not have NEMATODA, they have ANNELIDA, they have MOLLUSCA before ARTHROPODA. The arrangement matters a lot. The ECHINODERMATA and NEMATODA. So you can use this mnemonic. So PCP NAMA EC. So in the sense that P stands for P is okay, let me see if possible I can just give. It stands for PORIFERA. C stands for the next P stands for coming. So the next P stands for, if you are with me, plateomitis. Then the next one stands for nematoda. The next one stands for annelida. Then the next one stands for mollusca. The next one stands for arthropoda. The next one stands for echinodermata. And the last one here now stands for the chordata. That's just the idea. So we have them in this order. So that order is very, very important. It's just that this guy is more advanced than this. This one is more advanced than this. That's just the idea, and it's very important you know it that way. So let me put it here. That's the idea. So the ones below are kind of more advanced than the one above. That's the logic. So moving on, let's now look at them one after the other, their characteristics. So one thing I just tried to make sure I did was that I didn't go so deep. So you get it's a lot of things under peripheral now. You can have a lot of classification again, but I didn't do that just because you don't need it. So you get. So moving on to peripheral. Okay, so they are the pore bearers. That's just the idea. The bear pores, O's. That's just the idea there. So and they are called sponges too. So they are called peripheral because of the presence of pores, O's in their body. Yeah. So the pores are called ostia, which open into a spongle called a cavity inside their body wall. So it's like their bag. She get. So their bag is now having a cavity inside, like a space. So their holes, the space is called what? The spongle coil. Then there are small, small holes that open into that what? Into that cavity, which are called what? Ostia. Singular will be ostium. So then the anything that enters through those small small holes will now leave through a bigger hole is called what? Osculum. That's just the idea. So the ostia and the osculum collectively constitute the canal system, which is used for the exchange of substance and respiratory gases, nutrients, waste products, and even gametes. So please let's note that. So the ostia, the osculum, and the spongle coil. So the ostia that has the small small holes that lead into it. The osculum is the major hole that leads out of it. Then the spongle coil is the cavity inside it. So then their characteristics now. They are simplest in the animal phyla. They are asymmetrical. They are asymmetrical in the sense that you cannot cut them into any equal halves or maybe 3D or anything. No, they are asymmetrical. Then they have a cellular level of organization. You would think they are unicellular, but no, they are multicellular. But their cells does not combine to form tissue. You don't have similar cells with similar function. No, that's the idea. So you see, which means their cells are not organized into tissue. That's the idea there. Then the body wall is reinforced with spicules containing calcium or silicon, just purging fibers made of protein. Okay, all those are just what kind of made up their body. They are hermaphrodite, and you know what that is. And fertilization is internal usually. They have a larva stage. Yeah, they reproduce sexually by gemule, internal bud formation. Please know that gemule. Gemule is just like a capsule, sha, but just know that, and it's an internal bud, something that forms inside them. That's why fertilization is internal. Moving on to the Nidarians. This is the Hydra family. Ehen. So this is Hydra. Anytime I mention the word Nidarian, I think of Hydra. So they have tissue level of organization already. So tissue level of organization starts with them. So which means that their tissue the tissue they now have does not form organ. You get the point. So they are radially symmetrical. That means you can cut them into five equal parts. That's the idea. So they have a body wall which includes a cavity called the gastrovascular cavity. Okay. So the gastrovascular cavity has one opening in the mouth through which both injection and ejection takes place. That means they shit and eat through just one opening, which is the mouth. Like anytime they want to release excreta, it will be through the mouth. Anytime they want to eat, it will be through that same one opening, the mouth. So they have tentacles which are specialized thinking cells called nidoblast. Nidoblast is just like you call nidarians, nidoblast, which have nematocysts. Nematocysts are used to capture prey, ward off enemy, or anchorage. Let's note that they are most of the time used for protection or to capture their prey and eat. Their digestion is partially intracellular and partly extracellular. Okay, they have two forms: polyp and medusa. Polyp is the one that is sessile or cylindrical, while medusa is free swimming or umbrella shaped. Some Nigerians have only one form of their life cycle, while others have both. Some of these Nigerians can have polyp when they were small, and then the medusa when they are bigger. While some they just be a polyp for life. That's one they just be a medusa for life. That's the idea. So they reproduce both sexually and asexually. Asexual reproduction is by budding. That budding is very important to note for Nigerians. Hydra reproduces by budding, get or fragmentation. Then they usually have a larval stage. So the platforms now, which is the platyhelminths. So it's coming from two words. Platy like flat, then helminth like what? Like worms. So phylum Platyhelminths includes familiar intestinal parasites, the tapeworm. Okay. The phylum also includes animals like planarian and liverflick. They are generally called flatworms, platy and what helminths. Okay. So their characteristics now they are trachloblastic. It means when they are developing, they have three germ layer. I need to off my alarm. I'm sorry. Okay, so they have three germ layers: the endoderm, the ectoderm, and the mesoderm. So that's the idea. They are but symmetrical. Means you can cut them into two equal parts. They are so named because of the common. Okay, I've explained that. They are either parasitic or living. Parasitic is that they are parasites free living in the sense that they can live on their own. They have an organ level of organization. They have an organ level of organization. Then they have specialized cells called phloem cells for excretion. They reproduce sexually through larval forms. Asexual reproduction is by regeneration. Okay. Yeah, moving on to the nematodes. Nematodes basically are roundworms. That's just the idea there. So just get further, they are roundworms and they are most of the time also parasitic in human beings. There are 20,000 species of nematode identified to date. The unsegmented vermiform animals. The epidermis has dorsal and ventral nerve cords. Okay. The nematodes present in the soil feed on bacteria, fungi, and other nematodes and play important role in nutrient cycling. Very important thing. So they play important role in nutrient cycling. They also attack the insect and control the pest. Okay. However, they cause severe damage to plants. They feed on plant roots and reduce the nutrient uptake and stress tolerance of the plant. A spade full of soil contains numerous nematodes. They cause disease such as ascariasis, trichuriasis, hookworm, enterobiasis, filariasis, and angiostrongyliasis in humans. Okay, they are The ascariasis is the one that is very, very common. The worm that is always inside the human being and that comes out when you are shitting. So it's ascariasis. Okay. They are characterized and categorized in the following ways. Their characteristics now. Their body is bilateral, symmetrical, and tripoplastic. You know that already. They are cylindrical in shape. Okay. They exhibit tissue level organization. That means they don't have organ T. Their body has a cavity or column. Okay. Okay. What? Okay. I will explain that after everything. You know, I gave you PCP and my X. So there's something we call coelum and coelomate. Coelomate and a coelomate. Those that have true body cavity, they are coelomate. Those that don't have true body cavity, they are what? A coelomate. And there are even some that are now pseudocoelomate, basically. Sha. So, but if you now want to get it easily, just know that AMA in that PCP and my X, AMA, they are coelomate. So why platyhelminths is a coelomate, like it does not have body cavity. Every other ones are what? Pseudocoelomates. That's that. So the alimentary canal is densely closed. They now have these people have now mouth and what? And anus. Even platyhelminths they only have mouth. So these ones have what? Mouth and anus. They are sexually dimorphic. They are devoid of circulatory system and respiratory system. They are free living or parasitic. Parasitic nematode causes disease in the host. Fertilization is internal and reproduction is sexual. So the Annelida guys now. So the phylum Annelida is a very broad phylum belonging to the kingdom Annelida. We know that the Annelids are found in aquatic as well as terrestrial environments. These are bilaterally symmetrical invertebrate organisms. Their segmented body distinguishes them from any other organism. Okay, they have segmented body, very important. That's what I want you guys to know. And they are bilaterally symmetrical. You know that already. The characteristics now. They are the kind of organism. Okay, they are coelomate. I think I explained that already. AMA is coelomate. AMA. So there's a bit organ level. That's like the organ system. Like the organ system is basically even like you have system for the system of for the so you get like respiratory system and all those ones. So you get and they are those that respiratory system has organs unlike others. So their body is segmented. They respire through their body surface. Please note that. Then nephridia is the excretory organs, very important. They have a well-developed circulatory and digestive system. Their body contains hemoglobin, which gives them a red color. Regeneration is very common characteristic of annelids. Seta is for movement. It looks like some stinging something in their bodies. Shey you get. So it's just in movement. So most annelids are hermaphrodite. Male and female organs are present in the same body. That's the meaning. They reproduce sexually and asexually. The others reproduce what? Sexually. Earthworm and leeches are very, very good example here. So the phylum Mollusca. The animals belonging to the phylum Mollusca have soft bodies, triplastic and bilaterally symmetrical, and coelomate. The the study of molluscs is called malacology. That's just a very common question, so I had to just add it. They are sluggish invertebrates like the snails, with a thin fleshy envelope or mantle covering the visceral organs. The term mollusca was derived from the term given by Aristotle to cuttlefish. They means what? Mollusk means soft, so they have soft bodies. That's the idea. So these organisms are found in terrestrial as well as in deep seas. Their size ranges from microscopic organism to 20 meters long. It can be as large as that. They play a very important role in lives of humans. They are a source of jewelry as well as food. You know, people use their shells. So natural pairs are formed within these mollusks. The bivalve mollusks are used in by your indicator in the marine and freshwater. So basically, you have different classes of mollusca, but there's a bivalve, the one of bivalve in bivalve class. Okay, but few of them, such as snails as and slugs, are pests. So you see that even snail is a pest. So their characteristics now. The organism belonging to phylum Mollusca exhibit the following characteristics. Okay, they are mostly found in marine and freshwater. Very few are terrestrial and found in moist soil. So moist is still kind of going back to aquatic. Okay, Exhibit organ system level organization. Every other thing below um ANNELIDA, they are what? They are having organ level of organization. Their body has a cavity that has what? Hammer. I told you that they are ciliate. So the body is divided into head, visceral mass, muscular foot, and mantle, just like in your snail. The head comprises of tentacles and compound eyes. The body is covered with by a calcareous shell and muscular foot that helps in locomotion. And there are still other characteristics here. They have a well-developed digestive system. The radula, which is like a tongue, is rasping organ for feeding. So respiration in mollusca occurs through general body surface, gills or pulmonary sac. The blood circulates through the open circulatory system. It means they don't have vessels. All the blood, the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood are mixing. They have a pair of metanephridia that helps in what excretion, just like nephridia in what in annelids. The nervous system in mollusca consists of number of paired ganglia and nerves. The tentacles, eyes, ostridium, and statues act as the sensory organs. Note that. Please let's note that. Then the sexes are separate in most of the mollusks, but some species are hermaphrodite. Fertilization may be external or internal. They are generally oviparous with indirect development. Okay, so for arthropoda now, almost done. So for arthropoda now, it is the largest phylum with about 9 lakh species, like a lot. That word 9 lakh is just about like okay, it's like an Indian valley. So you get it's just for you to get how you like 9 lakh is a lot. You don't really need. In fact, that's the largest phylum. Period. It's the largest phylum. In fact, you see the number of um the number of arthropods we have on Earth is more than every other organism. You have to compare okay, arthropods versus every other organism. Arthropod will beat every other organism. So they are jointed appendages, that's what they call them. Arthropod. So arthro means joints, then poda like means what? Leg, shake, so or appendages. So they have jointed appendages. And the chitinous exoskeleton. Note that the exoskeleton is made up of chitin, which is a macromolecule of carbohydrates. Okay, this phylum includes several large classes and contains class Insecta itself, represent a major portion of the animal species in the world. A major portion. Note that they possess the ability to survive in every habitat. Moving on. So their characteristics now. So they are triploblastic, segmented, and bilaterally symmetrical. It is already noted that from plateomitis, bilateral symmetry started. Shall you get? They exhibit organ system level of organization. Body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. There's no neck, shall just know that then. Their body is jointed appendages which help in locomotion. Okay, jointed appendages already. Their appendages will definitely help them in locomotion. The cerebral cavity is filled with blood. Good, note that. I think I just give you hammer. They also have coelom, the body cavity. So they have an open circulatory system. You know what that means already. There is no vessel. All their blood is mixed together. The head bears a pair of compound eyes. The exoskeleton is made up of chitin. The terrestrial arthropods excretes through mammalian tubules. Excretion is by mammalian tubules, while aquatic excrete through green glands and crack glands. But if they ask you, what do they use? You use what? You choose mammalian tubules. Although they cannot ask generally for arthropods, you get that's the idea. So they are unisexual and fertilization is either external or internal. They have a well-developed digestive system. They require through general body surface of trachea, very important. They contain a sensory organ like ears, antenna, simple and compound eye, auditory organs, and statocysts. So the classification are very important. You have the crustacean guys, the one with crabs, those crabs guys. Then we have the myriapodia. This is where you have your centipede and millipedes. Note that. Then we have the hexapoda. Look at the insecta there. And the entognata is not something you need to know. But they also have all that classes that you don't even know. So you get the word insecta, you know what that insect is. You have the chelicerata. The Chelicerata includes the arachnida, where you have your spiders, here you have your ticks and all those guys. Chelicerata, so you have arachnida, you have merostomata and pycnogonida. Pycnogonida includes the guy that is very, let me try and remember the name. Pycnogonida includes um ostrich crabs, yeah. So then we have a onychophora that looks like the annelids. Onychophora. It looks like the annelid, but they are not. In fact, they are closer to annelid than arthropods, but they just place them in arthropods. Then they have the trilobitomorph. These guys are kind of extinct. They are extinct already, and they are dead already. But it's because they started studying them, that's why we are also studying them now. So they say the extinct class of the what? Phylum Arthropoda is what it says, what? Trilobitomorpha. Okay. So I think this is the last guy, the phylum Echinodermata. The organisms belonging to the phylum Echinodermata are exclusively marine. To date, there have not been traces of any terrestrial freshwater echinoderm. They are what? Marine. They are multicellular organisms. In fact, Echinodermata, the word echino means spine, like spine. For the Yoruba guys, it's egun, shege. Then dam like skin. So they have what? Spiny skin, spinous skin. So all the animal belong to this share same characteristic features. They are colorful organisms with unique shapes. They are ecologically and geologically very important. The echinoderms are found in sea depths as well as in terrestrial zones. An interesting feature of phytoplankton is that the organisms belonging to this phylum are marine. None of the organisms is freshwater. No, they are all marine. None of the organism is freshwater or terrestrial. That was it. That would be a mistake. Let me quickly correct that. So that's that. So what terrestrial? The water vascular system present in equinoderms accounts for gaseous exchange, circulation of nutrients and waste elimination. They have a water vascular system that even gives them something we call tube feet for their locomotion. So let's note that. Okay, so lastly, so their characteristics now. They are star-like in appearance. Very important. I forget that. Yeah, but anyways, you have it here already. They are star-like in appearance. They are exclusively marine animals. They are spiny skinned. Yeah, spines. I said that already. They exhibit organ system of organization. Most members have a circulatory system as well as a digestive system. Skeleton is made up of calcium carbonate. It's inorganic. Okay. They have an open circulatory system like others too. They have a simple radial nervous system and excretory system are absent. Okay, the body is not segmented into no distinct head. The mouth is present on the ventral side. Ventral side means like kind of front. But when they are lying down, it will be like below. Then if you are not lying down, they will be above. We're almost done. Let me just. The two feet aids in locomotion and they reproduce sexually through gametic fusion and asexually through regeneration. Fertilization is external here too. They possess the power of regeneration. They have fully developed sense organs that includes chemoreceptors for chemicals, tactile organs, and terminal tentacles. And that's that about calculation 3 and 4.